Student loans in America, a dark truth that affects millions. Today, we're diving deep into the crisis gripping a generation. Higher education is often presented as the key to success, but for many, it starts with an immediate, crippling burden: student debt. The promise was a better life. The reality for many graduates is the immediate struggle of managing massive loan repayments. The sheer scale of student debt has turned a pathway to prosperity into a national economic and psychological crisis. Why is the debt so high? Let's look at the escalating cost of obtaining a degree. Tuition fees have risen astronomically over the last few decades, far outpacing inflation and wage growth. Compounding this is the diminishing government funding for public universities, shifting more of the cost burden directly onto students. To understand the crisis, we need to break down the composition of student debt. The cumulative student debt nationwide has reached staggering levels, impacting millions of lives and the broader economy. The difference between federal and private loans is crucial, particularly concerning interest rates and repayment terms, often trapping borrowers in high-interest private debt. Student debt doesn't just affect individual borrowers, it has significant ripple effects across the national economy. High debt burdens delay major life milestones, such as buying a first home, getting married, and starting a family, reshaping the economic landscape for young adults. This substantial drag on consumer spending means slower economic growth for the entire country. Paying off this debt is complicated by predatory servicing practices and unfavorable loan structures. High interest rates, particularly on private loans, cause debt to compound quickly, making the principal balance nearly impossible to reduce. Unlike other forms of debt, student loans are incredibly difficult to discharge through bankruptcy, leaving borrowers with limited options. Beyond the financial pain, there is a severe mental health crisis tied to student debt. The constant pressure of repayment leads to stress, anxiety, and depression among borrowers. Many feel perpetually trapped by these long-term financial obligations, hindering their ability to plan for the future. So where do we go from here? The conversation around reform is critical. Potential solutions include reducing interest rates, increasing Pell Grants, and providing options for debt forgiveness or easier refinancing. The dark truth of student loans is a long-term consequence for an entire generation. It's time for comprehensive action.